Hey, what's up, man? It's Cool Water. Dropping a dime on this podcast. Finna kick some more ass with the podcast. I uh I don't even know where to begin, man. To be real honest with you. This podcast is about crazy ass Kanye West. Kanye West has lost his mind and is losing his mind. And this is what the music industry does to the weak. Because he wasn't never, to me, built like that from the get-go. He wasn't built to really endure what some of the old school G's really endured that went through this system. You know, a Chuck D, you know, the Snoops, the Ice Cubes, the MC Rans, the Yellas, the LL Cool J's, the Run DMCs, the Reverend Runs, the Big Daddy Kanes, the KRS ones. He wasn't built like that. You know, Common from the Shy, hell, Master P, who else, man? Twister from the Shy, R. Kelly. You know, Kanye wasn't built like that. To me, he was always trying. He was like the little brother that was trying to get his props and trying to get the love from the cats who was really out there, really succeeding and really doing it. Now he talented, but he what you call a default talent. He just one of them dudes he good at, you lock him up in a room and he gonna come out with something hot and you take it from there. He that dude. He can throw a couple of productions together, but you notice it ain't been a lot of thorough G's that had ever really worked with Kanye. He done produced a couple of tracks with some cats, man, on the under, but ain't nobody been like, man, I gotta get Kanye, man, to produce my record, in my opinion, with some of the more solid veteran artists. Now, he done done some work with some new cats, the Dre, maybe the Nicki Minaj, the Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying? Young LA or whoever. He done some work with the new booties, but he ain't never really been certified with the thorough cast. Now, Jay and Dane from Rockefeller, they let him come in and play because they originally was, from what I understood, Dane wasn't even finna put him out. But Jay had to pull his own. Ye had to pull his own weight. He had to put that money up. He did that video, and he ended up getting in that accident. And then he did that Through the Wire record, and that turned out to be a #1 record. So they took notice. You see what I'm saying? And put him on, and he kind of been excelling at that in that regard. But this is the music industry, which is ran by devils. Let's just be honest. I've been in it. I'll step my foot in there every now and again. I've had a few record deal offers. I done been flown to Los Angeles to do a record. I done been around the block. I done met cats, that can sign you to $1 million deal overnight. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a story. And as I was in it, I started noticing, it was a lot of fuckery. A lot of stairs to be climbed, if you will. And each stair had another door that went behind the other door. That's why you see a lot of these dudes, man, they get in there, man, they had these breakdowns, like Kanye. Kanye had these breakdowns. Kanye had these nervous breakdowns. Kanye trying to keep up with these white folk. He trying to put out a clothing line. He trying to do this. He's trying to do that. To me, he's always trying to parallel himself with Jay-Z. He wouldn't got a hoe like a Kim Kardashian. She fine, don't get me wrong, but she's still a hoe. You married the hoe. As Snoop say. You got with the hoe. You feel me? Whereas Beyonce wasn't out there looking like no hoe. She don't have no tapes on deck that we could go purchase and see. She ain't slept with Ray J. She ain't slept with other scrupulous cats, Reggie Bush and all these. Yeah, man. You know, like a dude said, oh man, yeah, she was a hoe, but yeah, you just getting her ready for me. Well, technically speaking, any man with some real morals don't want the hoe for the wife. You can fuck the hoe, cause that's fun. But you ain't finna wife the hoe. The hoe and the wife don't mix. The Too Short say you can't make a hoe into a housewife. You understand what I'm saying? And it's imperative that you look at this situation from two complexities, because realistically, to me, Kanye has always tried to parallel with Jay. So listening to this dude rant, the way he's ranting about Jay-Z, about Beyonce, about all the BS, will make you question what's his real motive. Let me see if I can get this thing playing and let y'all hear a little bit of this rant this dude got, man. I'm blown away. Now this was Snoop, who actually dissed him, and you'll probably hear Snoop in the beginning first. He actually dissed him, and then he came back and just flat out saying this this nigga's crazy. Hold on for a minute. Let me double back. That's Snoop talking. Snoop say he smoke weed. Weed don't make you do that. So if you listen to his statement, he talking in code, but what he really saying is, I ain't supposed to be talking like this because the people that run this thing will kill me. Now, he ain't said nothing prolific that really puts him in jeopardy. He ain't naming names. He ain't talking about the behind the scenes workings of the music industry. He ain't really telling folks how his mama really died. You did. He ain't saying what's really need to be said to me for him to really have to worry about his life being on the line. He got a dispute with Jay-Z. Why would Jay send killers at you when you ain't worth the energy? You not that dude like that, man. You ain't built like that. You won't get hurt, little bruh. You ain't built like that. You not nobody to even question the real issue of sending somebody out here, man, as a result, or let me clean that up. You're not worth me putting no energy into where I'm going to send somebody, man, to come at your head. It's just a matter of, you really just losing your mind, man. Now, on the flip side, Jay-Z responded like a true G to me, but he did it with poetry in front of a crowd that he was rapping to. Let's see what happened. Get this thing pulled up real quick, and then we'll get it. Cause he actually Jay-Z actually, man, I was like, damn, and it just makes a lot of sense to me. Hold on, we get ready to click on over now. Yes, indeed. Okay, here we go. Get ready to click on over. Here we go. It is Jay-Z.
talking to my niggas. I understand if you don't understand, I figure I'm jigger. That's where we differ. I take what's mine, you accept what they give you, I get you. I don't take no checks, I take my respect. Pharrell even told me go with the safest bet. Jimmy Iovine on for the safety net. Google dangle around a crazy check. I feel like you two is the biggest culprit. The niggas pay you a tip of what you're supposed to get. You know niggas die for equal pay, right? You know when I work, I ain't your slave, right? You know I ain't shucking and jiving and high-fiving. You know this ain't back in the days, right?
So now I can't say that was a direct response. The title to this is Jay-Z responds to Kanye West's title, I Was Trusting You, Kanye, which is partly part of the problem. Kanye ain't got no money. He one of the investors on title. It's still tied up. It's still being held up. They still ain't came to a decision. Jay-Z is the owner. And Kanye probably feeling some kind of way because he want to get paid. But you know, I was thinking to myself, you know, Kanye, you old school, Jay-Z, new school. You know what I'm saying? Dude been rapping so long, man, it ain't even cool. Real talk. That's how I feel about it. That's the way I view it. Like Jay-Z, he just you know, he tabletop conversation, man. He like cereal now. You know what I'm saying? He prolific. Kanye still trying to make his mark in some way or another. And I think that little verse he spit is basically saying ain't no compromising in the mission. We already know what they did to the Cold Crush. Now, I did a video, a podcast talking about power and dealing with Jay-Z and title and how if Jay-Z hold the title, it puts him in the Billionaire Boys Club. If he play the game right and he hold it for the position of power versus the dollar, he'll inevitably cross over into the realm of the rest of those guys, those tech guys, the Zuckerbergs, the cats from Instagram and Twitter, the Google boys, the YouTube boys, which is now owned by Google, and so many other top-notch cats out of Silicon Valley and to put him in a position of power. So that verse was really solidifying what I was thinking, you know, several months back. You know, so I think Ye is losing his goddamn mind. I think he getting pimped because now the white folk is making him do a whole lot of extra he don't want to do. Jay-Z ain't holding his hand no more. He done gave him the game, gave him some of the blueprint. Tidal ain't moving as fast as he would like it. Jimmy Iovine still at the round table with Apple. He didn't help Dr. Dre get the deal by Beats for Beats by Dre with Apple. Now Jay may be in conversations with Jimmy. Jimmy may be on the background of the title move. It may help Jay-Z fool around and hit for $800 million or whatever if they can prove that it's a valuable entity. Kanye is like the last man on the total pole. He might have 3, 5, 10%. He might have 7% as an investor. Dude out here trying to keep up with the Joneses. Your broad just got robbed. And all this is coming to the head now. Because now you on stage ranting. Because you pissed. Because you getting played on both ends of the stick. You know what I'm saying? You know, your mama gone. You ain't never told us how she really died. You got to look that up to figure out how she really died. You got to know the inside game. You know, everything ain't cupcakes and ice cream. You know, and so many other folks that put their parents, or should I say, put their situation out there so they could get the riches and fame. You know, this is a wicked game. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't astute, you're gonna end up getting yourself hurt. And while I'm at it, man, check out Mos Def. He got a song called The Rape Over, if I'm not mistaken. And also check out the video, Tall Israeli Man Runs the Music Industry. Check that out. Talking about your boy who was with Def Jam, Lear Cohen. You got to understand how the game is played and understand how to play the game. If you don't understand how to play the game, you're going to get played. And if you get played, well, you can't do nothing but blame yourself. Guess what? You just got played. Hey, man, I'm Cool Water, man. Check me out. It's ishiphopdead. .com, ishiphopdead.com. Please subscribe to the blog. Subscribe to the podcast. Look for me. Get at me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Google Plus, or what have you. Let's build. I notice there's a lot of folks out here, man, who not really taking advantage of this social media like they should. You know, y'all on there wasting a lot of time, and that's cool. But try to get something out of it, too. I'm out. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.